On the surface, he looked like he had it all: money, followers, a luxury apartment with a view of the skyline, but alone. At 3 a.m., he stared into the mirror and whispered something no one heard. "I still don't feel like enough." And that's the real secret. Not just his secret, but ours. Because whether it's money, a career, a relationship, or that dream body, most people chase their desires like addicts. But what if I told you the chase itself is proof you'll never catch it? What if I told you that every single thing you're trying to manifest is quietly repelled by the frequency you're in? You see, self-love isn't soft. It's not some weekend retreat or bubble bath. It's spiritual warfare. And if you don't learn to master it, the world will do the opposite. It'll master you. This is the spiritual science of self-love, and you've been lied to about what it really means. Act 1. You can only have what you already are. They keep telling you, visualize it, affirm it, chase it. More money, more love, more success. But here's the truth nobody tells you. The moment you chase something is the moment you prove you don't have it. You want a relationship because you feel alone. You want money because you feel lack. You want success because deep down, you feel like a failure. And the universe? It doesn't speak words. It speaks frequency. And in that language, your desire says one thing: I don't have it yet. You can only have what you already are. When you embody love, love shows up. When you are abundance, money follows. When you feel whole, success doesn't complete you. It confirms you. But here's where most people get stuck. They think, when I get it, I'll feel better. Not true. You feel better first, or you never get it at all. Because manifestation doesn't come from your wants. It comes from your wholeness. And self-love? It's not a feeling. It's a frequency. It's not in the vision board. It's not in the affirmations. It's in the moment you stop chasing the thing and become the thing. You want the world to love you. But do you even like you? That's where it starts. Act number 2. The war within. Self-punishment, lack, and the addict's loop. Every time something doesn't go your way, you punish yourself. Not with a whip, but with a whisper. Why'd you say that? You always mess this up. You're not enough. And the whispers grow louder in silence. It's not your boss. It's not your ex. It's not the universe. It's you. And here's the lie you've been sold. Most of the world mistakes this self-punishment for progress. They think guilt is holy. They think shame is discipline. They think being hard on yourself is the same as growth. But what if I told you that the real reason your manifestations never arrive is because your inner voice blocks them at the door? You don't need another vision board. You don't need another affirmation. You need to shut down the judge living in your own head. Because here's the truth. Self-punishment doesn't make you stronger. It makes you toxic to yourself. And frequency doesn't lie. When you bully yourself, you train the world how to treat you. Your boss repeats the criticism you're already whispering. Your partner mirrors the doubt you already project. The universe simply hands you the receipt for the energy you ordered. I'm not good enough. I don't deserve it. Maybe next time. That's not humility. That's sabotage. And here's the twist. The universe isn't punishing you. It never was. You are. But what if I told you there are 5 silent killers living inside of you right now, and they're the ones holding you hostage? Act 3. The 5 silent killers of self-love. Most people think self-love is soft, but in reality, it's war. And these 5 silent killers, they're assassins. assassins dressed like friends, assassins that live in your head rent-free. 1. Self-forgiveness. Without forgiveness, you're dragging corpses into your future. Every "I should have known better" is a chain. Every replayed memory is a noose. You think you've moved on, but deep down, you're still standing in the wreckage. Here's the truth. You can't build love on top of self-hate. And every time you refuse to forgive yourself, you tell your subconscious, you don't deserve better. Forgiveness isn't weakness. It's cutting the cord before it strangles you. Number 2. Self-praise. Why is it we wait until people die to say they were amazing? Why not say it now? The money you want, the love you crave, the success you dream of. They're all asking one question. Do you even think you deserve me? If you won't clap for yourself, why should the world? Praise isn't arrogance, it's fuel. And if you won't give it to you, don't expect anyone else to. 3. Self-worth. Here's the ugly truth. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you believe you're worth. And self-worth isn't about what you say. It's about what your nervous system believes. That dream job, you self-sabotage because it's too good for me. That healthy partner, you push them away because they'll leave anyway. That new life, you reject it before it even arrives because deep down, you still think you deserve scraps. Self-worth is the ceiling of your reality. And until you raise it, you'll keep suffocating under the same roof. Number 4. Self-respect. Every lowered standard is a confession of self-hate. Every time you stay where you don't belong, answer who you shouldn't, shrink just to fit, you're betraying yourself. The truth is, if you had to date you, would you respect you? Respect isn't about forcing people to treat you better. It's about refusing to tolerate less. 5. Self-discipline. Self-discipline isn't punishment. It's protection. Every time you break a promise to yourself, you weaken your own authority. You chip away at the one foundation manifestation rests on: self-trust. Without self-trust, you have no power. Because if you don't believe your own word, why should the universe? Discipline is love in motion. And without it, you'll keep repeating the same cycle: wanting, hoping, quitting, failing. These aren't weaknesses, they're assassins. And until you master them, you'll keep wondering why life never mirrors back the love you seek. Act number 4. The mirror effect. Everyone's a mirror. Your boss, your ex, that stranger who cut you off in traffic. They're not random. They're reflections. If you keep meeting the same patterns, the same disrespect, the same betrayal, the same rejection, it's not coincidence. It's resonance. The world doesn't see you as you are. It sees you as you see yourself. That's why you can leave your job, move cities, even change partners. But the patterns follow you, because the one thing you can't escape is the frequency you carry. This is what Neville meant when he said, "People echo what we whisper to them in consciousness." So the question is, what have you been whispering? Have you been whispering, "I'm replaceable, I'm not worthy, I'm invisible"? Then don't be surprised when the world repeats it back. But here's the twist. Change the whisper, and you change the mirror. It's not magic, it's reflection. The moment you change the way you see you, the world has no choice but to adjust. Because reality is not fixed, it's feedback. And feedback always bends to the frequency you send. Act number 5. The cure. Be the love you seek. You want someone to love you, but how do you treat the people closest to you? You want the world to adore you, but you can't even stand to be alone in silence. You want admiration. But when was the last time you praised yourself? After doing something hard? Here's the brutal truth. The love you seek isn't out there. It never was. It's you. The partner you're praying for is waiting for you to stop betraying yourself. The respect you're demanding is waiting for you to raise your own standards. The abundance you crave is waiting for you to stop whispering poverty inside your head. The cure isn't chasing love. The cure is becoming love. Be the love. Become the frequency. Embody the wholeness. Because the world isn't a vending machine. It's a mirror, and it only reflects what you already are. Love doesn't show up when you chase it. It shows up when you embody it. And here's the paradox nobody told you. When you stop needing it, it comes faster than you ever imagined. Act number 6. Solitude is the test. Here's the raw truth. If you can't stand to be alone, you're not ready to be with anyone. Because if your peace depends on someone else being there, that's not love. That's dependency. And dependency always repels what you're desperate to hold. Loneliness isn't about being without people. It's about being without yourself. And most people don't realize that solitude is not a punishment. It's a classroom. It's where the real work happens. In solitude, your shadows rise. The insecurities you bury, the doubts you hide, the fears you drown out with noise. That's why people run. They run to their phones, to fake friendships, to the wrong relationships. Anything but silence. But silence doesn't kill you. It heals you. It forces you to meet the one person you've been avoiding your whole life. You. Solitude is the test, the final exam of self-love. It asks, can you sit in a room alone with your thoughts and still feel whole? Because here's the paradox. The very silence you're running from is the birthplace of your power. When you fall in love with your own company, you stop needing anyone to fill the void. And that's when the world comes running. Because people aren't drawn to desperation. They're drawn to presence. And nothing is more magnetic than someone who doesn't need you, but chooses you anyway. Solitude is not the absence of love. It's the rehearsal space for it. Act number 7. Final words. Flip the game. Here's what nobody told you. You don't manifest what you want. You manifest what you are. And if you don't become the version of you who already has it, you'll spend your whole life chasing the thing that was supposed to be chasing you. This is why so many people stay trapped. They pray, they beg, they hustle, but their frequency screams, I don't have it. And the universe answers, you're right. So the next time you ask for love, ask this instead. If I was already loved, would I still be chasing this? The moment you stop reaching and start becoming is the moment reality has no choice but to rearrange itself around you. Because reality is not against you. It's waiting on you to stop begging for scraps and start embodying the feast. And here's the final truth. The moment you become the thing, the world has no choice but to deliver it. Be still and know you were always enough.